What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful day, and this will be a video on the potential for a major eastern snowstorm here. Models are consistently still showing it, however, GFS isn't really showing it anymore, but however, European, GFS, so not GFS, EPS, CMC, and ICON, those are all starting to show this potential for not only a minor snowstorm later this week, but potential for a nor'easter going up the eastern corridor to bring in some decent snowfall. Europeans really showing it to be a big storm, but again, still very far out here. So we're going to be looking at ever so slightly in the beginning of the video, the potential for some snow in the southeast later this up to Thursday and Friday, and then a look at the potential for a major nor'easter, potentially a major nor'easter, to go up the East Coast early next week here. So I do apologize. My last video, I didn't realize I turned off my microphone, and I literally had no audio for the whole video. So I do apologize if this video does come out a lot later because I had to do it again. So of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate your support, and if you want to get more updates on this snow, whether it's the one this week or next week, I'll do daily uploads, so be sure to stay tuned as well. If you have any questions on your local forecast for your area, whether it's for the first or second storm or both, be sure to comment below, and I'll do my best to respond to them. But let's go ahead and get to the forecast here. So here's like now, we're going to be talking about right now the first snowstorm, which actually will start to begin very, very soon, as early as the next a day and a half, but it's going to become more severe and widespread over the next 2 days here. Some potential heavy snow for areas like Missouri, the upper Ozarks, and northwestern Arkansas, and even some snow and freezing rain across areas like Kansas and far northwestern Oklahoma. So it's going to be from that deep, deep cold air up in Canada. That cold air is going to kind of meet to the south with all that moisture. So anything north of that low pressure would possibly be snow areas like Fayetteville, maybe even Joplin, Missouri, all the way down areas like Poplar Bluff here. So that's by the next really 48 hours here. So it's not going to be a major storm as it kind of starts to really fall apart a little bit as the temperatures overday highs do become a bit more warmer in the upper 30s, lower 40s across the southeast, but there will be cold air coming in, which will help allow the snow to recover. So this is the first system, not the second system. So there you see that snow for areas like Poplar Bluff, areas near Paducah, maybe a few snow showers there in Tennessee and Arkansas continuing. And now by Friday, this becomes a lot more widespread here. Starting to see some snow and freezing rain in my area. They're very heavy snow in areas like the Appalachians and Great Smoky Mountains there for areas like Asheville or Boone, North Carolina. Even freezing rain poses possibilities near the Greensboro, maybe Charlotte, but as well even snow as far north as Cincinnati and Kentucky, because with that remaining moisture up there north of that low pressure, the cold air will be there because they're more to the north. So whatever moisture's there will actually be snow, maybe a few little rain showers there for areas like that. But by Friday, still seeing that very, very heavy snow continuing the Appalachians, like Raleigh. So not Raleigh, like Asheville, and then later on by Saturday morning could get some snow there for Raleigh, but then that moves out quite quickly here. Now is when that thing starts to really become interesting here. Let me move a little bit more this way, and this is now by, actually I forgot, let me go this way. This is now by Monday, so we start to see that snow. This will be the potential nor'easter here. Again, it's not guaranteed. There you see it now by Monday. Starting to see some snow developing there in the highest elevation in Georgia and North Carolina. It doesn't look too major at this point, but then it becomes a lot more widespread now. Starting a little bit spread out deeper into Georgia, now to South Carolina, and now that cold air continues to rush deeper to the south. So this little minor snowstorm blows up now. Very heavy snow for like potentially Greensboro, Greenville, possibly upper Georgia, much of the eastern Tennessee region. Those highest elevations could add up to up to a foot for areas of Asheville and even Boone, North Carolina, and the Great Smoky Mountains, because these both storms would bring very heavy snow in a very small time period. So could add up to a foot there. And then this thing really moves up the East Coast. There's that low pressure just off the Gulf, or just off the eastern coast there, off the mid-Atlantic, and those would bring in some potential very heavy snow if this actually plans out. Again, GFS doesn't show this at all, and other models that agree with this nor'easter don't show it as severe as the Europeans. So we can't really take the European for 100%, I guess, say honesty or anything. Can't put too much trust in the European right now. But they really show really blowing up in areas like New York, Pennsylvania, and much of the New England area, especially areas that got hit really hard by gale. This is what they show. Heavy snow for the same areas there by mid next week here, and then it kind of moves out. So definitely something to really watch out here. All right, again, another look at the first snowstorm here. Now very detailed, of course, the NAM 12, very detailed, and it's mainly accurate. So in the next now 2 days, we're starting to see that snow becoming more widespread in areas in the upper Ozarks there, that small mountain region in the south central, and then it converts off to all the rain. So you think it's done, it's over, but then you still got Friday night, or you got Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. That cold air continues to move more to the south there, and there you see a lot of that rain starts to convert into snow into like the far areas like the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and of course the deep Great Smoky Mountains and the Chattahoochee National Forest. And there you see some snow really developing in areas like northern Georgia. I'm actually in that very heavy snow. This is now by Friday, so really watching out the possibility for this first snowstorm to be. It may not be as major as the potential nor'easter, but it could definitely bring snow to deep southeast here, impressive all the way down to Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee there, and continue as far as now Friday night to now Saturday morning, and it'll mainly move out here. But that's a quick look at the recap. So I do apologize if I'm in your way in the eastern United States, but I really want to talk about the south central really quick here. So really watching out. Could actually get some snow from mainly the first system here, which will be Thursday for these areas here, up in the Ozarks here, up to potentially 5 to 7 inches of snow max across these areas in south central Missouri, just south of St. Louis, just south of Jefferson City. Maybe 3 inches there for Joplin, but very heavy snow. The highest snowfall totals could be with a border with Missouri and Arkansas, especially there near Fayetteville, up to 8 inches as possible for max accumulation. Wouldn't doubt we get even higher totals when we get more higher in the foothills, and then maybe an inch or two near Kansas City there. And then this is where this is the big system that happens here. This is with the European. So it shows an absolute massive storm like gale. However, again, not a single model shows what the European has. I mean, EPS, CMC Icon, they all show snow potentially in the northeast and up the eastern coast. They don't have that severe there, but look, some snow there all the way down to northern Georgia. Again, northern Georgia, the Carolina region, and Tennessee. You guys could all see snow from both systems there, which is why totals could be very high, up to a foot or more near the Boone area, Franklin, North Carolina, the Great Smoky Mountain region, especially for Tennessee as well, near the border. And that should add up to a foot for the first and second system, not for a foot for one storm in total, just for both storms added up here. Up to, same thing, near 8 inches or more near Georgia, up to an inch or two near my area, and even a few inches there in Alabama and Tennessee. So very interesting here. Could be a surprise for some people, but the European, however, showing big snowfall totals up to a foot or more for like Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, up to New York, carrying on to the New England area. I really would give you a more detailed forecast if you're in the eastern corridor. However, not only is your storm a lot further away than these areas, because it's going to happen next 40-ish hours, but here, this will be here by next Wednesday for the Northeast. So it is still too far out to give you a detailed forecast for the Northeast, and especially because not a single other model shows what the European does. So if models did agree, I would give you a more detailed forecast, but these could be very off when you're in the eastern coast. However, these totals for Georgia, South Central, Tennessee, Kentucky, those could be more accurate. And that's why I kind of really got a detailed forecast for those areas. But up to 2 feet for some of the areas in the Mid-Atlantic, according to the European here, especially Maryland and especially as well Pennsylvania and New Jersey, a big hotspot, according to the European here. They're the GFS. A huge difference here. They only show snow for the southeast. And that'll be mainly from that first system here, up to an inch or two for northern Georgia. Nothing for Nashville. I do believe the European is overreacting, but I do believe the GFS is underreacting. Only maybe an inch or two for near the Raleigh area, and only around half a foot for the western North Carolina region. And they only get up to a trace or so for the Ozarks. So I do believe Europeans really overreacting. and then GFS is really underreacting. And I think that really the best model to actually look at is actually the icon. I think the icon does have the middle. I think the icon could possibly be the most accurate in my opinion here. So let me actually go here real quick to the Ozarks. So they show up to near 8 inches there, 10 inches for those highest elevations there, just outside Fayetteville. To near Joplin, an inch or so. So I do believe these totals seem to be very accurate and reasonable, not too high, especially for those areas outside the mountains like Poplar Bluff, maybe Trace or so, is definitely reasonable. And that totals increase as that low pressure strengthens and that cold air really deepens more to the south. So icon, I'm gonna have to go to icon with these storms. The first and second one, European really seems to overreact with this, and GFS shows nothing. We've seen this throughout the whole past months. GFS has really underreacted, and European has really overreacted. But somehow they meet in the middle, days or sometimes even hours before the actual storm here. So it'll take a while to see who agrees with what, but up to as well 3 to 5 inches there in the North Metro Atlanta area, and up to near a foot in far northeastern Georgia, the Carolina region near the Great Smoky Mountains, and as well up into areas like Kentucky, Virginia, and West Virginia, because you guys get impacted quite hard from from these systems. But I hope you guys enjoyed the quick video here. I try to wrap this up as fast as I could because, again, my past video obviously had no audio, so I had to do this a lot later than I expected here. And I really don't want to waste your time, guys. And I don't want to make a 20-minute video on something that doesn't have the most guaranteed possibility to occur. But again, stay tuned for tomorrow. I will have more forecast on this, and see you guys later in the next few days. Bye, guys.